The average credit card debt in the US as of December 2022 was $7,279, and the total American credit card balance reached a record-breaking high of $986 billion in the fourth quarter of 2022. Now, with the average credit card interest rate at 24.58%, you would be paying $1,782 in interest per year, or $148.50 per month, if you have the average American credit card debt. Ladies and gents, my name is Tommy, and today we're going to be going how to pay your credit card debt. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Tommy, isn't it simple? Just pay off your debt. Well, that is the general idea. We have all made financial mistakes or been in a situation where we can't control the outcome, leaving us in financial instability. Now, most of the people and friends that I've helped with credit card debt didn't even know these methods until I told them. So listen up. So the first step is to attack at the root of the problems to prevent it from stemming up instead of hacking at the leaves. Meaning, you have to understand how and why you are in debt so you can prevent it from happening again in the future. The golden rule I always preach in my other videos is treat your credit card like a debit card, meaning only spend what you have and nothing more. This will help prevent you from getting in debt in the future. Now, as to how and why you're in debt, you need to look at all your past statements to see what you have been spending your money on and make a list and categorize them. This will show you where you are overspending or making any unnecessary purchases that you don't need right now. So the next step is to set a budget for yourself based off of your income. Now, I know no one likes to budget, it's not that fun, but if you want to get out of this hole that you are in, you are really going to have to commit yourself to this until your debt is paid off. Now, your budget will be based off of your personal necessities such as food and gas. Now, it's going to be different for everyone, so just make sure you set a reasonable amount for yourself based off your situation. Now, part of your budget, you should make a list of all your fixed expenses, which is a consistent and expected bill each month, such as rent, subscriptions, car payments, insurance, and so on. Look over these and decide what is a priority, because more than likely you're going to have to sacrifice some of these stuff temporarily so you can have more money to pay off your current debt. So the second step is to contact your credit card issuer to request a lower interest rate due to financial hardship. Now, more than likely they will work with you to try and help you to lower your interest rates or come up with a plan to help you with your situation. Now, there are even programs online on the credit issuer's website, such as American Express's financial relief program. They claim that they can reduce your monthly payments or even put your fees on a pause, so don't be afraid to ask for help. So the third step is to apply for a 0% APR and a 0% balance transfer fee credit card. A lot of people actually don't know about these cards, so you can actually move your money from one card to another card that has the intro promotion offer of 0% APR. This can save you hundreds to thousands of dollars of interest. With this, all you would have to do is pay the minimum payments per month, but I really recommend you pay more than that if you really want to tackle your debt. This is the best way to pay off your credit card debt without paying any interest. Now, an important rule to keep in mind when you apply for these cards is that they can't be from the same credit card issuer. It has to be a different company. So if your credit card debt was on Amex and then you tried to apply for another credit card for Amex to balance transfer, it's not going to work. You need a different credit card company like Chase or Capital One. So to balance transfer it, when you apply for a new credit card, there's normally a page after you are approved asking if you want to balance transfer any money. Another way you can do this is logging on to your credit issuer's website and then finding the balance transfer page, or you could call manually and do it that way. But before you go doing any of these things, you'll need to know some information that they'll ask you to provide, such as the credit issuer, the account information, and the amount of debt you want to balance transfer over. Now, if you're in a hole too deep and your credit score is too jacked up to be approved for any of these cards, you can look towards credit unions. You can go in and talk to them to see if you can get a personal loan for debt consolidation. This is because personal loan interest rates are typically lower than credit card interest rates. So if you contacted your credit issuer and they couldn't lower your interest rate, this is a good way to proceed if your credit score is too jacked to get approved for these balance transfer cards. With this method, you can pay off your credit card debt immediately, which can improve your credit score. But be careful, because you can end up paying more interest over time depending on how long it takes for you to pay off that personal loan. And it also doesn't solve your underlying financial issues. So the fourth step is to decide decide which method you are going to use to pay off your debt. Now there are two methods to paying off debt: the snowball method or the avalanche method. The snowball method prioritizes balances, so you would focus on paying the smallest balance first, working your way up to the largest balance last. This will help build motivation and momentum by settling your debts. This is really good if you have debt on multiple credit cards. Now on the other hand, the avalanche method prioritizes interest rates, so you would focus on paying off your debt with the highest interest rate, working down to the lowest interest rate. This method will help you pay less interest over time. Now if all your credit card debt is already on one balance transfer card, then this doesn't really apply to you, but if you have multiple cards with debt on them, then you can approach these methods. Finally, the fifth step is that if you've already cut down your spending to the bare necessities and you still aren't making enough money to pay off your debt, you need to make more money by getting another job, picking up a side hustle, or even working more hours at your primary job. Now I know it sounds pretty dumb and obvious that you need to make more money to pay off your debt, but that's just the reality. If you're not making enough money to pay off your debt after you cut down all your expenses to the bare minimum, then there's an issue. Now like I said earlier, if you really want to get out of this hole that you are in, then you really have to commit yourself by cutting down your spending to the bare necessities, or like I said, get another job, work more hours, or pick up a side hustle. Something I recommend is like door dashing if you have a car. Now ladies and gents, if you want to build a true generational wealth, you need to make financially smart decisions. I truly believe if you follow these steps, you'll be one step closer and on the right path to financial freedom and stability. Ladies and gents, I hope y'all got valuable information out of this, and if you did, please let me know down in the comments. Please leave a like down below for the YouTube algorithm, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys soon.